Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to be talking about full moon fasting. Everything you need to know about intermittent fasting, prolonged fasting, why you should do it, and how to get through it. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification to be informed on my latest videos. And I go by Jesus_Detroit on Instagram, YOUNGDAYGO on Snapchat. Please do me a huge favor, follow me there as well. And right now we're in the time of a full moon. And some people, some holistic types, and a lot of lunar lunatics, you might call them, really like to use the lunar diet. And I find myself with these fasts that if you're going to do it, you might as well do it on the full moon, because that's when you got the maximum energy. And a new moon, that's when everything is just like the moon just completely went away, and it's going to grow bigger until we get to the full moon. So today we're at maximum power, maximum potential, which is going to maximize the fast. And fasting is one of those things where it it clears out your body. It's what helps you regenerate cells and helps you just helps release growth hormone. A lot of I intermittent fast daily, which is like a 15-hour to 20-hour fast with the 1 meal window, and it works beautiful for me. It's something that I really love to do. It's just a no-brainer diet to me. It's something that I don't have to overthink counting carbs, counting macros. Did I have all this, that, and the other? And it works for me. It's what I like to do. I enjoy it because I am very passionate about what I eat. When I eat, it's very, it's like a ritual. And of course, I grew up, being, Italian and having those big pasta and all that. And that's something that I'm really great at cooking. But, you gotta, you find your way along that you're better off, with the fast, especially when you're around family. It's easier to shut it out during the day and put all your meals at the end. That's at least what I do. Everybody can do an intermittent fast different ways. You can eat multiple times or whatever. And for me, I like to just eat when I get out of the gym, and within a few hours, of me going to bed. It just works out beautiful for me. It's like you get that nice food coma going, that food buzz. You're nice and tired after you did a nice hard workout, and all the nutrients and food can just get into your body and just help you grow and just get you back to what you need to be. And I tell you, I just got out of the gym right now, so I'm feeling extra pumped today, holding up this camera. Man, I did some shoulder action, and honestly, I wasn't even thinking about doing a prolonged fast. I usually do, like I said, the 20 hours or whatever, but be as it may, sometimes you find that you're just going to end up going into a prolonged fast. And what it is, once you pass 24 hours, realistically, once you pass 24 hours, it's really easy to just stay in a fasted state. And, I got done working out, and I was probably at, 36 hours. I'm at 40 hours right now. And it's just dude, when you hit that many hours, it's you might as well do the prolonged 60-hour fast or something, and I don't really put a number on it, because I've done the 5-day fast. I've done the dry fast where you don't have any liquids, and I even done it the true way, where you don't take a shower, you don't brush your teeth, and that is just it's more of a mental thing when you're doing something like that. I don't find it necessary to do these fasts, but maybe somebody that needs to heal their body, from some type of sickness or illness, like I think that would be beneficial, you know, to make sure you're getting completely just dried out. And that's what the dry fast is really all about. But if you're taking a shower, you got to understand the skin is porous, so it's going to be, you know, injecting itself and replenishing itself through the, you know, through you know, your epidermis, your skin. And then it's like, if you really get all like into it, you're like, well, I'm barefoot and I'm walking through a water puddle, am I gonna be getting water in me? It's like, essentially it's like almost impossible to not get some type of water in you. But to the, you know, everyday American that's got to drink, you know, a gallon of water everywhere they go, like, you know, have a bottle of water with them, and it's like, I stay hydrated, that's my secret, you know. To each their own. I mean, you know, I don't think it's necessary to have to, you know, drink as much water as everybody thinks, man. I mean, if we are technically, you know, 70 or 80% water, it's like we're never without water. Water is abundantly flowing throughout your body. You can chill out on the water intake, in my opinion. So I've done all these long fasts, and you know, I like to do the prolonged fast, you know, about once every season's nice, you know what I mean? Do one in the summer, do one in the spring, the autumn. And the winter is really where I find myself doing the most fasts, you know, and I only been doing this for the past, you know, maybe year or so. And it's just like in the winter, you find yourself doing the prolonged fast because holidays and there's just more food around, and it's easier to just feel guilty, like, man, I went ham, I went crazy, I did a lot of food this week, so you know what, let's shut it down, let's restart it. And especially like just to keep your immune system just stronger, you know, shutting it down is one of the best things that you can do. So that's one of the most beautiful reasons to do the prolonged fast. Every time I get out of a prolonged fast, it's like your body hit a reset. So it's like you're gonna definitely, like, it's like you build yourself another level. You gain more muscle and you burn that layer of fat that just doesn't need to be there. So you keep like etching yourself to be the best. And that's why I like the prolonged fast, because it's like you're giving yourself like a new homeostasis, like a new starting point, so to speak. Like you acclimate to a new like body fat percent, because you go like those 5 days, like you're extra ripped, and that's where, you know, you start to stay, and it just keeps getting better along the way. Now your body, when it's in a fasted state, which I believe is around, I think 12 hours, don't quote me, that's when it starts to, like, you know, go into it, you know, go into your cells and start eating and using what it needs to help yourself grow. And when you're in a fasted state, your growth hormone spikes up. And I learned this from watching Dr. Amin Ra. And he was on the Healthy Life Marcus and Cara YouTube video. This thing got like 4 million hits. It really deserves to be on Netflix. I mean, it was one of the most eye-opening, entertaining, inspirational videos that I watched. And the comment section is lit. I mean, the guy, he looks like an airbender or something. He's like the vegan strongman. He could deadlift like, you know, like 700, 600, 800 pounds, whatever it is. The guy's ripped. He's in great shape, and he's a vegan. He eats 1 time a day, and he speaks very proper. He's got a indeed. You know, he talks really like the way he talks it's entertaining, and that's a lot of people really give him some stuff for it. But he's an enlightened being, and he's very knowledgeable. It would be so, you know, and he talks about, you know, he uses words like nutraceuticals and modulation and all this other stuff, and it's like, wow, man, you know, just, you know, who's talking about nutraceuticals and modulation? And this guy is, you know, and he's got the body to back it up, he's got the science to back it up, and he's got the degrees, he's got the evidence. And you know what, he really might be from out of this world, because he is something special. deserves to be on Netflix. If you haven't checked it out, please do me a favor and do yourself a favor and really go look at it. I mean, he has this beautiful quote in there, and he goes, something about self-discipline is a way to ensure, a healthy lifestyle, or something along those lines. He says it right at the end of it, and just beautiful words the man said. So anyways, he's the guy that really told me about when your body is in the fasted state, it releases, growth hormone. And that's what you want. Man, my shoulders are just going, man. It's getting quite a pump holding this phone. So, your body releases a lot of growth hormone throughout the day. And right now I'm just releasing it like crazy because, I haven't been eating, and I'm going to probably do, I don't know, at least a 60-hour fast is what I'm shooting for. I want to wait till my goal is for the full moon to do its thing and come down at least, and then go into the next lunar day, because you can become quite a lunatic. Getting crazy on these fasts or whatever, man. But I'll tell you what, the lunar fast, the lunar diet, I follow, some of the lunar horoscope and lunar tips about, holistic hair care and that kind of thing, but those are more a subject for another video. This, I want to talk about why I choose the fast, and I really believe that it can help anybody out, especially like if you're trying to gain muscle and burn fat. It's one of the best things you can do for it. And you might be thinking like, dude, I gotta eat, bro, gotta get my protein. I can't. If you go to the gym, you gotta eat, and you listen to all these bodybuilders like, if you want, you gotta eat big to get big. And even Rich Piana, like, may he rest in peace, one of the best, hands down, honest, just, beautiful person to give you information about lifting weights and getting huge. He'll tell you that, you gotta eat big to get big, and it's all about the meals, but, he's gonna tell you he's on some other stuff. And when you're on another fuel line, it's like, you're talking about a whole nother machine, you know what I mean? It's like this guy's running on diesel and everybody else is running on ethanol or running on, octane 87, So you can't take in a bodybuilder that's 350 pounds or 250 pounds or 200, whatever they are. If you can't take in everything that they say if they're on gear, I'm sorry, you could listen to them and believe all you want, but this is for more than the natural way is going to benefit tremendously on this, because we're talking about enhancing stuff naturally and not synthetically. And when you're going the synthetic route, you're a science project at that point, and you got to do scientific stuff and go ahead and just eat the eat the barium, the fluoride, and all the other crazy stuff to just, make yourself, grow and do your thing. That's fine. That's beautiful. To each their own. There's nothing wrong with wanting to do steroids and be the biggest you can be. But I'm talking about naturally enhancing who you are, naturally raising your testosterone, naturally raising your human growth hormone, and just being the most naturally biggest person, most muscular, have the hugest piece of meat swinging between your legs. You got to have a huge penis, huge balls. It's all about growth, you know what I mean? And steroids are not rewarding in that department, which is one of the main reasons why I choose not to do steroids at this time. Like I always preach, once they make a steroid to, make my piece down there bigger and my balls bigger, sign me up. But until then, I like the natural way, you know what I mean? And I feel that I can harness the universe, and, I can make anything that I want to happen from within. So I don't need to go all about these, synthetics, And besides, that's another great reason why the fast is so beautiful, because if you look at the beginning of time and all these Roman gladiator types and Egyptian, and just you look in a history book, you see figures and statues of people that are ripped, and these guys weren't having protein powder and lifting weights every day and eat, let alone, you know, eating every day. You know, it's not unusual to go a while without eating. It's just, you know, the American lifestyle and the consumerism of you got to have breakfast, you got to have lunch, you got to have dinner, you got to have your snack. And, you know, like that, like, you know, all it's doing is just putting you in a loop of just having to constantly eat and constantly just drink and constantly just be doing something, and that's just no good for nobody. You know, you gotta, you know, sometimes just step back, and that's where these fasts really can help you on the mental level. It helps you really appreciate food. You know, it makes you like, you know what, like, you know, like when you eat all day, like I just remember, you know, whenever you eat, like whatever you eat at lunch, you're gonna be tasting at dinner. At least that's what happened to me. It's like, you know, you could have like especially if you had something ethnic at lunch, like, you know, you're gonna be tasting that at dinner, and it's like, you know, your body didn't fully digest what it ate, you know. And another thing is that's beautiful about fasting, a benefit, is you get no gas. Like if you're a gassy person, you know, and knock on wood, that hasn't been a problem in my life, but like if you're a burpy person that farts, and like a lot of bodybuilders have this problem. They are some stinky people, you know what I mean, constantly eating like eggs and tuna and their protein powder. And that's why I think, I'm like, is this stuff even getting in your body, or is it your head? Because for the most part, you go have a protein shake and tell me how many times you're going to be going to the toilet all day, and you know, why don't you have a documentation on that? And since we're talking about, you know, bowel movements at this point, you know, a benefit besides, you don't have to be on the toilet all day, is like you're gonna stay clean. You know, this is like cleaning out your colon, cleaning out your intestines. And when you eventually do break your fast, you know, you might think like you want to be extremely healthy and just start eating some lettuce. And I'm going to tell you, that is a huge mistake, at least for me. You know, and I watch some of these new YouTubers out there, or, you know, some of these, you know, OG YouTubers now at this point, like they got a lot of subs. Shouts out to Victor Odo and Aaron Dowdy. I watched them on their fasting journeys and all the beautiful benefits that they received from it. Especially Victor Odo, man. He was really excited about the lunar energy and how he does lunar updates, but he was just excited about how he got a lot of energy from not eating, and he was actually sad about when he had to break his fast because he lost the state of being. And that's like, you know, you do get an enhanced state of being from being in a fasted state, especially in the prolonged ones. Like I said, you get past that anything past the 24-hour mark, you're going to really, you know, you're going to be able to get through it. And you might think like, you know, how do you get, like, how can you not eat all day? The real secret is black coffee. That will help you get through any type of hunger that you get. Black coffee is one of the things that you can, they say you're good to go on it. It doesn't break your fast. Another thing that you can't have is gum. You, like some people say that you can or you can't, but the chewing and the artificial sweeteners will break your fast. You can have green tea, and you know, just pretty much you want to just stay as clean as you can, man. Just a little bit of, you know, just water as you need it, and black coffee and green tea as you need it. But other than that, man, that's it. And I'm telling you, the 18 to 24-hour mark, that is where, like, you know, it's the toughest, you know, to get through. But once you get past 18 to 24, that's when it gets easier, at least for me, you know, because that's why I'm in a prolonged fast, and that's how I usually find myself in them. And, you know, like I said, talking about the benefits of just having a beautiful, just clean energy, and just some type of kundalini type of high that you get from it. And like I said, Victor Odo was really excited about it. And I watched, you know, Aaron Dowdy on his Instagram story breaking his fast with like a kale salad, and I'm like, that's a mistake. That's a rookie move, you know what I mean? But to each their own. Like in the fasting game, you do not, I repeat, do not do like any salads or anything like that when you break that fast. You want to do something like, honestly, you're better off going to like a piece of chicken. Go to the meat, man. You know, stay away from dairy. Anything that could be kind of like, you know, sensitive with your stomach, stay away from it. Go to this, just, you know, have some bread. Don't try to be Mr. Healthy when you're breaking the fast. Just be aware that, you know what, like I'd say even eating like fast, like a hamburger, you'd probably be better off. Don't quote me on that. But when you're eating lettuce, like one of your first meals, is stomach, it's just no good. You're gonna be on the toilet. I promise you, it's just not what you want to do. So chill on the veggies right when you get off the fast. And like he even said it, like he goes, you know, I had some problems after my fast, and it was because of, you know, I seen what it was. It was that kale salad when you broke your fast. Like if you want to break your fast right, one of the, you know, best things I could say is eat a banana. You know, it's known for helping you bind up down there. So I'd say a banana you should break the fast with, and then just start eating, man. Like if you're a vegan, go into your vegan meals. And if you're like, you know, like me, you know, I like to eat everything. So I'd probably just go into whatever it's going to be for that day. If I'm going to have some tuna, if I'm going to eat a steak, if I'm going to eat, you know, chicken or what have you. And that's what I'm going to go into, man. And I'm, you know, like normally I'd be really excited like talking about food, but it's like I'm at that point where it's like I can go without eating for a while, and that is something that I am feeling grateful for. I'm feeling blessed that I don't have to worry about eating, you know. And I know when I do, it's going to be beautiful, because my meal that I'm going to have is, you know, the first thing I'm going to have is a beer. I love breaking my fast with a beer. You can't go wrong, you know, a fresh, ice cold Dos Equis, Coors Light, doesn't matter. A Guinness, it's all a delight to me. It's a beautiful thing. And some people might be like, okay, well, alcohol is no good. You know what? To each their own, you know, because I find that if you're going to have a meal, you gotta have the proper beverage with it, man. And it's just like, you know, some people can get by with drinking water with their food, but let me tell you this. You're going to have pizza with water. You're going to have Oreos with water. You're going to have pasta with water. Come on now. I guarantee if you had beer or wine with any one of those, yes, any one of those, it would be definitely tasting better than with water. Even Oreos and even cookies, it all tastes better with beer and wine, man. I promise you. You know, and that's the way about living an abundant lifestyle, man. You want to be able to enjoy the things that you love. If you don't like beer or wine, that's fine. You know, find what you do like. You know, you want to drink a Coca-Cola or, you know, some kombucha or whatever you like. You know, hey, go ahead. You know, because I'd rather drink my own urine than drink kombucha. And that's yeah, dude, that's a double time on that. Like, what do you mean? Like, I have another video where I talk about, or I dabble into, you know, urine therapy or whatever. And it's like I even drank a little bit of my own urine today, just because it's got, you know, nutraceuticals in it. Or nutraceuticals, as the vegan strongman would say. You know, it's got urine. You can go ahead and look up a whole bunch of information on that. Some people might prove that it doesn't do nothing. Some people might say it's all in your head. But that is something that will definitely help you on a prolonged fast as well. I haven't really done that in the past. I started just dabbling into it a little bit. You know, I figure what it does, it definitely like will shut your stomach from growling, and it is definitely replenishing, you know, some nutrients into your body, and it's, you know, it's helping you heal. It's a beautiful thing to get in you, trust me. You know, or you don't trust me, it's fine, man. You can go ahead and start listening to TED Talks and a whole bunch of other information that will blow your mind on why you should, you know, use that. And it's something that I like. So if I'm gonna, you know, end this video, anything that you can take away from this, you got to step outside your comfort zone, because that's where you grow. That's where, you know, all the beautiful things can happen. And you know what? For any bodybuilder, anybody that's really into lifting weights, You know, I used to do it like where, you know, you got to make sure that you eat a lot all throughout the day. And I never done steroids, at least not yet, you know. And it's something that you should really, you know, take into consideration, because you don't need to worry about eating all day. I mean, put it this way, everybody's got some fat they can use, you know, fat they can lose and fat they can use. You just got to put in your mind, you got to tell yourself that my mind, my body is going to use all the fat to build all the muscle. My body is going to use all its fat to build all its muscle. My body uses all its fat to build its muscle. And that's a positive affirmation you could say, because at the end of the day, the mind is the wielder of muscle. Remember that the mind is the wielder of muscle, which means your mind creates the muscle. It's not about all these foods and all these workouts. You got to be, you know, in the right vibration, the right mindset to really enhance yourself. So make sure you guys hit the bell notification. There's going to be plenty of more beautiful videos along the way. Get at me with the Bigcock Collective, the Bigcock Consciousness. I teach people how to, you know, enhance their bodies, how to make their penis bigger, thicker, wider, longer, stronger, and harder. And, you know, I teach people how to diet. I teach people how to, you know, work out. I have programs. I do Skype sessions. Please, you know, get at me. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, a beautiful experience, and I'll see you on the next one. Love you guys. Thank you.